All right. What's up, Eagle Eye Geeks and Freaks? It's been a very long time. I was actually trying to see how long it's been. Maybe almost a month since we did any toy reveals or openings, anything like that. I'm not watching the Facebook page. So if you're watching me live on Eagle Eye, that's fine. But if you're putting comments, I won't see them till later. Okay? All right. Enough said. Welcome to Good Mood America. All right. So let's go over some stuff we got here. I got a lot of shit. But I'm only going to do some of it tonight. I actually forgot something. I don't think I brought this up before, but I was really excited. I picked this up. This is actually, it's a very cool Planet of the Apes comic book in Spanish. It's got a nice, order this Bruce Lee poster on the back. Everybody had to see that. That was from End of the Dragon, but it's very, very cool. I'm very excited, but it's got a nice inside of, uh, it says, uh, Travel to the Planet of the Apes. It's got some really good photographs in there of some of the characters from the TV show, if you will. There's Alan Verdon, if you will. All right, so let's go into some other stuff. So let's go into the really cool stuff. So I've been getting a little bit into, there is Brian Sanchez. Oh, there he is. And there is, of course, the unforgettable Rich Hurley, a.k.a. Dr. Durant. That's correct. Why am I so fucking delirious? Well, because I haven't eaten for, let's see, since 2 o'clock yesterday. So it's been it's almost 34 hours. I haven't eaten, just water and keep myself filled up because we're doing this whole thing. I was talking to somebody yesterday, which really helped him a lot. We're going to see if we can do it. I don't think I'm going to do, he did 3 days. I don't think I'm going to do 3 days. I hope I can do 2 days, which means 2 o'clock tomorrow. So I got about 14 hours to go. Anyway, let's get into some of this shit, which is probably why we're doing some of this. So I was really excited. I've been having some good conversation with the guys, and big shout out to old Danny G and Brian the Sand Sanchez, or Brian Sancho Sanchez. They've been helping me a lot with some of the G.I. Joe stuff. And I've actually been getting some pretty good deals based on the feedback they've been giving me. I've actually been getting some really decent deals. And I was able to pick up this dude, which is Atomic Man, Mike Powers, vintage G.I. Joe. He's a little bit yellowed in the clear, but he's actually quite cool. I love that you can see through him. And obviously this was an attempt by Hasbro to kind of go to battle with Kenner over the $6 million man. Matter of fact, I love this. You can spin this little, you can touch this little gear here. Those are your Joe guys, you would know. And it just spins his hand. But I think the idea is you put this propeller, which you can open, actually comes apart. You can just open it. I think the idea is you put this in his hand. I'm not even fucking with the Kung Fu grip because it's rubber. Put it in his hand, and then you can spin it, and he can, I don't know what he does, flies away. He's actually in good shape. He's got his shorts. He's got his shirt. The cool thing, I don't know if I can show you the eye. So there's an eye here, and let's see if we can get that going. All you have to do is, can you see it? It's a little bit like shiny because what it does is it takes the light in and it reflects out the eye. Yeah, you can see it. Look. See it? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Like, you can't look in there and see anything. It just shows light. So that's his light up eye, if you will. Am I getting it? Yeah, you're not really getting it now, but it was working before. Okay, anyway. There's going to be a million things. Planet of the Apes, you haven't eaten. No, I have not eaten. You do know you regained the weight you've lost with your mixed meal. Actually, that depends. So the idea behind this is not to go on a purge and start eating. The idea is to change my body to start accepting, like, eating, don't eat past 6 o'clock is the first thing. And then to eat different things, to start putting a lot of protein in your body, whether it's eggs or nuts. There you go. Let that one go off. But just a lot of protein in to bring less calories in. Yeah, he actually did it. He did well. He did, he lost like 20 pounds in 30 days. I don't need that much, but he did. And he's done a really good maintenance. He's been 6 months into it, and he's done really, really well. So I'm like, all right, let's give it a shot. Before I go to the next G.I. Joe, let me bring these up because I was at Dollar Tree and I haven't found any new Final Faction shit for a while, but I did find these from the later set, which is the Razor set and the Cyborg set. And what I love about these is it shows you actually which character on the back. Let's see, can you guys say which character? Can I do this? Which character on the back that it goes to, and then how to put the pieces on. Not like, you couldn't figure it out yourself, but that's right. That's Razor and Cyborg. And I've been waiting for these. Gilbert Rodriguez was able to get me 2 of the other pieces because I think there's 4 of these. He was getting me the other 2 a few months ago. He gets a lot of shit in Florida, and these finally showed up. And Gilbert, if you need a set, these are extra, so let me know. Okay, so before I go into the Kojak, let me get into this G.I. Joe thing. And I did a video. Actually, I didn't really do a good video. Maybe I should go get that. Let me go get that because I did a quick 30-second YouTube video for this guy. Let me bring it over. It'll take me a second. Yes. I have to waddle my way through this small space with this table because where I'm going. So I picked this guy up a little while ago, and everybody knows him. It's Maskatron. And there's the, of course, that's the John Saxon face. He has the Steve Austin face, and he has the Oscar Goldman face. And he's very cool. I never had him as a kid, and I'm watching these guys. I collect them, get them, and I was lucky enough. Danny G had sent me some $6 million man figures and so on. Bow chicka wow wow. All right, so let me guys give you a little thing on this. For those of you guys who are $6 million fans, $1 million man fan action figures, this will do nothing for you, but for the rest of you, maybe it'll show you. So a couple things that go on. They have buttons all over the place on here and little locks. I believe so there's a lock on it. So if I unlock this, which I think I can, or did I just lock it? Oh shit. Okay, there you go. You could take his head off. I could take your head off. Take his head off. In the back, he's got a little place. I don't want to go too much because it's just the hinge is just plastic. But open this up, and I guess you can store masks in there. I'm guessing Sanchez. That's what we're doing. The arms pop off. Let's see. We can unlock them if I remember. Oh my god, I have to do this. This is such a pain in the ass because I'm so tired. I haven't really slept much lately. I've been traveling and so on. Anyway, the arms pop off. I can't do it now because I'm too whatever. The legs come off. Everything's cool. He has these very cool bionics here. But what's really cool about this figure, so you can lock the pieces on. I don't know how kids did this without breaking the buttons or whatever. Maybe they did. But then he comes with, of course, his what the hell? This is the claw. That's right, the claw. It actually looks like, if you guys watch Mystery Science Theater 3000, it looks like Gypsy. Hopefully you get that reference. And then, of course, the plunger. Put on top of somebody's head and suck them up. But I guess if there was a giant robot android man coming after you with a plunger for an arm, you'd probably be scared too. Anyway, he only has a little bit of mark on the front on his shirt, which is pretty good. He's missing the socks. Brian and Sanchez was able to point out to me, and he says they're always missing the socks, but we will find those socks at some point. But let me get him back together. And the reason I bring him up is because I recently was able to acquire, it's on its way, the L'Homme Robot aux Quatre Visages, or the Robot Man of Four Faces. And it's a Maskatron ripoff. And I kind of brought that up on my Amigo Like on the Facebook page. But I brought that up the other day in it's got the John Saxon face. It's got I think it's an AI Johnny Strong. I have to look. I forget. It's a G.I. Joe knockoff face. It's a character. I should have brought the figure out. When I get it, I'll get the character out. And the other face is Cornelius, or Galen from Planet of the Apes, Mego style, which is interesting. But it's very cool. It's a really cool Maskatron knockoff, and it was not cheap. It was a hell of a lot better than what I see going now. It's also the first edition, which instead of blue, it comes in green, and it came in a window box instead of a card. I wish I had the card or the box because the artwork is probably fantastic. I have yet to see the box, but I have seen the card. All right, let's move on to the next. Oh, let me see what's going on here. On the top of the head. Oh, tap on the top of his head, and the eye kind of. Oh, I got you. So you're supposed to go up there, and you're supposed to go. Oh, I got you, Sanchez. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you, Sanchez. See, this is what's good about this group. You always find that people can show you some shit, which is really cool. All right. I'm starving just listening to eating before 6 p.m. Shit, that counts me out. No, can't eat after 6 p.m. I know. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I only eat I always eat after 6 p.m., so I got to try and do that. It does look like Gypsy. It looks like Gypsy. It's correct. All right. So here's my next one. And I was really excited to get this. So I'm going to show you the parts of it. This is, and again, thank you to Brian Sanchez and Danny Gates for helping me out with this. This is a vintage G.I. Joe Man of Action. And if you take a look, he's got a great flocked head. Does that come out right? He's an excellent, he's like mint. He even has his Adventure Team sticker on still. I'm not even opening this up, but inside he has this red thing that says Bulletproof Vest. He came with the outfit. I got him and the whole outfit for $75. But what was really cool about the outfit is this. It's near perfect. So I'll tell you why in a second. So the first thing we have is it's kind of his ship hat, whatever you call that. He comes with a mask, and after the Maskatron, I saw this. I'm like, holy shit, this is kind of like a G.I. Joe Maskatron. And you're supposed to put the mask on his face. Hang on. The mask goes on, then I think the hat goes on. I think that's what it is. And there's his disguise. I am the Frenchman, or whatever he's doing. I don't know. He comes with a scoped rifle. He comes with a black pistol. He comes with this. Now, this is why it's almost perfect. The hinges kind of broke, but I don't really care. The guy said I put on a rubber band. This was his attache, if you will. Let me open it up. So, yeah, I'm going to open it up. It's up the wrong way. So, give me a second. Obviously, it's supposed to be hinged. So, we're going to go without that for a second. But I want to show you guys what's in here so you can see what's in here. It's really cool. Okay. So, we have, this is what's inside. All right. So, let's take it out. First thing we have, and this I know because I remember having a toy gun like this as a kid, is an old German Luger. Hold on, it gets better. I can get it out of here. There is a give me 1 second because it's keyed with this thing on top. Okay, you getting the idea? It's a barrel. Roll out the barrel. All right, here we go. Then we're going to take the stock, and it goes into here with the stock. So you basically turn that pistol into a rifle. And then we have this thing, which is, I believe, if I'm correct, Sanchez, what is this? Isn't this some kind of like, I don't know what, this is supposed to be a radio or something, Sanchez? I forget. Some kind of like radio thing or something. I don't remember. Bring that up. Say, okay, I'll have to watch the rest later. I'm off to have date with my pillow. Nice. Very nice, Sanchez. I'm very happy for you. You should get some rest. Rest is important. I haven't slept in a while. Very well. I've been waking up every couple hours since I've been doing these trips, and hasn't been easy. And then everything just goes right back in the attaché. And what I love about this is, one, apparently got a spanking deal on it, which really helps because G.I. Joe he's not ridiculously expensive for some parts, but he can be quite expensive. A little bit tough there. Let me get this back in here, and I'll give you guys a little. Let's get this out of the way. Sorry. There we go. Yep. But I think it's a cool set. I like the fact that he's got the disguise to change into. I thought that was pretty neat. Get that in here. There we go. Let's get this in here. Okay, let's put the suitcase back together. And we're just going to use the old rubber band to hold it back. It's nice, thin briefcase or attaché and so on, which I think is cool. Now, I do have something here I don't think I showed you guys. Maybe I did. I don't remember. I'll try and show you for a second. There's kind of hard to show, but right here, there's this G.I. Joe 3-foot tower that I received. It's not complete. It's got a lot of parts to it. I've been collecting parts to add, and then it had a string. You could run 10 feet, and G.I. Joe could go out. I also wound up picking this up. This was like $39, which I was excited because I'm seeing it go all over the place. It's just an outfit, but it's still carded, which I thought was kind of cool. Got to get that up. And yeah, I was very excited. So, and a little more into the Joe stuff. Got a few things to get rid of. And again, thanks to Sanchez and Danny G for helping me place these things and figure out how they work. All right. So now I'm going to show you guys 8-inch. Since we are Mego-like, let's do some Mego knockoffs. Woo woo. All right. Oops, let's take that off. Sorry. All right. Let's show you some Mego knockoffs. So back in the day, there was a company called Excel Toys. And Excel Toys ventured into the market with an 8-inch Kojak figure at the time that Mego was producing their 8-inch Western superheroes and so on. Excel also made a 9-inch series, which was a Western series, and they did famous Western people, males and females. And they're also pretty collectible too. At one point, Empire Toys, who made all those Jeeps, I used to show you guys the Jeeps and the Hulk helicopter and the Spider helicopter and the Chips helicopter and the Chips van and all those, they bought Excel Toys, and things started to get rebranded. Now, there are some, for example, some of the Western figures, they'll come in a regular, the box is kind of like blue and yellow, and it's a window box. Just a box with, let's say, Wyatt Earp in it. But then they went on and made a Woolworths version when they became Empire Toys, and it was an orange box with a side panel, like a cardboard piece on that with more description, and basically the same figures, just different toy. But Excel made a really cool figure, a cool series based on the old Who Loves You Baby Kojak show, and it really cracks me up because I guess kids watched Kojak. I thought like my parents watched Kojak. I mean, I remember kind of watching with them. I guess it was kind of one of those things back then. TV was different. There was a more limited number of shows, and if your parents were watching Mannix or whatever, you'd watch it with them. I remember my father used to watch Mannix and Rockford Files. We watched that, and Kojak was one. All right. So these are actually, these are Kojak figures. I'm going to bring them out to give you guys an idea what goes on with them and what we have, because there were some really interesting things that they did. And remember, these were made for kids, not for adults to collect. But there's some interesting things that they did which blew me away, and to this day, I still can't believe they've done that. So, first of all, I'm going to show you Kojak. This is him in his regular suit. He came in a blue suit. He had, in one of the sets, he came with a tie and so on. He had a gun, and he had all kinds of little accessories. He's got what look like little Action Jackson boots. They probably were Mego at some point, and so on. Bald head, squishy. And he had this, his design for his wrists and so on, where they put that hand in there, they popped it in, you could spin it around, right? They did that with some of the SWAT figures and some of the Rookies figures as well. And then they wound up changing, and they went through several generations at LJN for doing that. But the one thing about Excel that's very, very, very particular about that, or the 9-inch figures, is that they always had the right hand was a finger pointer, like it'd pull a trigger. Okay, so you'll see that a lot. They also came out with another version, and he does come with socks, which is the pinstripe suit. Now, the blue suit and the pinstripe suit both came carded in the same bubble card. They also came in some mail-aways you could get. But this is the pinstripe suit. This one you can see is a little worn. He's missing a shoe and so on. But Who Loves You Baby? There he is. Not a bad likeness for Telly Savalas. Probably could be Egghead for your Batman series. But let's see what else we got in there. Yeah, you can see like even he's got a belt and so on and whatever. And it's funny because these guys, the funny thing I always laughed about the Excel figures is they gave them a 6-pack. I'm not quite sure Kojak was that built up. But anyway, let me show you what this looks like on the card. Now mine, basically the bubble's off. I want to show you what it came like and so on. So it looked like this. And whether you had the blue figure or the pinstripe figure came here. On the carded set, you would get his blue hat. You would get a police revolver and a black holster. You would get these. You can't even really see. Are they even in here? Yeah, this one's out. So actually, this kind of opens. So I have to be very careful. Let's do it. You got these little tiny sunglasses, okay, or glasses, if you will. This holster, I'm going to have to the glue on this is just gone. So I'll show you guys this. This is what I'm going to show you, which is what blows me away to this day, that they would take the time to do this. And clearly, these are little kids playing with these things. So let me give you guys an idea. If you've never seen the Excel figure, you're probably going to have to get a package to find these things because you probably will not find them loose. Can you guys see what's going on there? It came with a 2-scale cigar and 2 lollipops. Now, I remember I talk about my friend Doug Schnitzbahn, who's in the group but doesn't say much. He had this figure as a kid, and I remember him getting it, and he was so careful. I don't know, he never lost the lollipops because I would have. He was very, very good with the stuff, and I remember you could actually put the lollipop with a cigar in his hand, and off he goes. Now, today, they wouldn't make a toy with a cigar because, why? Because, of course, that's promoting smoking, and that's not cool, right? Well, whatever. It is what it is. On the back of this, you would have It's actually quite a cool car. Holds accessories, so it's specially designed hand, which I showed you, that shooter hand. Hold accessories for fully jointed Kojak. You could hold the lollipop, the cigar, or the police revolver. Then there's accessory sets. You can see over here the police emergency set, which was just these pieces over here. There's a trench coat, a hat, so on, a walkie-talkie. Some of the stuff had been reused and remolded in different color plastics or other ideas. So that's the Kojak figure. Now, at some point, somebody said, hey, let's do some mail order, because catalog mail orders were big back then, especially at Christmas time with the Sears Wish Book or the Montgomery Wards or some of the other places out there. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. And they would have actually Ziplocs, just get messed up. They have special things you could buy. So Sears put out the Kojak headquarters playset. If you guys go to the bottom here, myamigolike.com, you search on the left for Excel Toys, you'll see the Kojak playsets there and the figure. It was basically a paper office, right? It looked like an old police office with the wooden doors with the windows and so on. But it came with a bad guy. And the bad guy was a More Toys. He's a cowboy figure, but this was the bad guy. More Toys, you can always tell they're a very bad A-high knockoff with the flat hands. They're very cheap. They have oversized, squishy heads. They were a rip-off of, this was actually a rip-off of the Butch Cavendish figure from the Lone Ranger, but he used the head, I'm sorry, let me do that again, from the Marx Sam Cobra figure, I'm sorry. But it all fell along the lines with Western, with the Lone Ranger and so on. But if you take a look at Marx and you look at the Sam Cobra figure, he's basically got the same head. Now, he was sold, he didn't come with a cowboy gun. He came with the same pistol that Kojak has, the little revolver, and he had shoes. This one obviously doesn't. I have 3 of these, I think. But I'm going to show you here, this is probably one of the rarest things I've ever found in my life, is the actual figure carded as a Wild West figure. So this is where he started. And then somebody said, hey, let's get that guy, stick him in the Kojak playset, and we'll include him as a villain, and so on. But this is Mort Alexander, also known as More Toys. And this is a complete ripoff of the Lone Ranger, of the Marx Cowboys. We got Wheelos ripping them off and so on. There's nothing on the back. Matter of fact, this card's really not even punched. So I'm very excited. So that's that. Now, these are some of the things you would find in the Sears headquarters playset, if you will. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this came from that. I'm pretty sure this came from the headquarters playset. Just don't have the place. Holy shit. Okay, so remember I told you you're never going to find lollipops and cigars loose in the wild? Well, I have never opened this bag and taken everything out. I got it, I put it away, and that was it. Well, apparently, I guess there is a very... without losing it. I guess there's a slim chance after I said you'll never find it because they're so small, but there you go. Inside that bag, you can see... oops, sorry. You can see there's the cigar and the lot. Holy shit, I've never opened this. So this is actually the set that came. These are actually all the pieces that came with the headquarters playset. I just owned the headquarters playset. It came with the Kojak police hat. Actually, this one has 2. There's the bullhorn. This also came with the emergency set. There's the white hat that came with the emergency set. It actually has a clear plastic visor, which can go up and down a little bit. Here's the sunglasses. Or the glasses, I should say. I can't believe it came with that shit. Holy crap. Here's another pair of glasses. I didn't realize all these pieces. If I had known this, I would open this a long time ago. It came with this trench coat. Right? Trench coat. This is one of the pistols. This is basically what that guy would wear. It actually comes with 2. Well, there's 2 of them in here. Somebody might have doubled up on some of these things because there is a belt. Just like a vinyl belt, if you will. Here is the Kojak police shotgun. Not bad. Here's this tiny little skinny plastic. So I'm going to show you guys this walkie-talkie in yellow. So I keep doing that. Show the guys that. It also came with, that's right, handcuffs. Plastic handcuffs. I don't think they go over the wrists. I actually never realized what was inside here, and I can't actually believe I just opened this and found that. Matter of fact, this probably fell out. There's a lollipop. Can you see it? That is actually one of the lollipops. And just to give you the scale, there you go. It's made to scale. It's unbelievable. I had no idea that that actually came with that. Wow. Okay. So there you go. We got a little something something to put away, even with some extra stuff in there. So make sure we didn't lose any in here. So that's pretty that. My dad loved Kojak, Columbo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These. So let me say this about these Kojak figures. These used to be ridiculously affordable. And I mean $30, $45, sometimes $25. I've seen nothing but these carded ones now in the upper 200. I mean, they've gone just completely bonkers. Even the Kojak figures, they're going bonkers. And it's not like they're super rare. I mean, they're available at stores. They sold these all over the place back in the day. Toy stores, Woolworths, all that shit. They were there. They've just gone bonkers. So I was lucky to get mine a little bit earlier, a couple of years ago when I started collecting and so on. But if you're looking for them, they are out there. So now I can't believe this shit. I really can't believe that there's extra sunglasses. I mean, I literally just had this bag of shit and I was like, well, whatever. One day I'll open it. I never did. This is the first time I opened it, and I've had it for almost 3 years. So I guess when you get your toys, open them and see what's inside so you don't get, I mean, it's a nice surprise, but so you know what you actually have. I'll show you the pistol in the holster. It's like a 6-shooter. There's the pistol holster. There's the holster it goes to. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's not a bad thing. It clips over so you can shut it and so on. But yes, that's that. I did not realize all that shit came with it. The extra long one. Wow. Nice surprise. All right, let's see if we can get this shit away without losing it. I'm actually going to get a Ziploc bag real quick to put this in because I'm terrified to lose this shit because I had no idea that this actually, all this stuff was here. I really thought it was just a couple of hats and a jacket, but I'm realizing this is actually the headquarters playset. This is the bag of stuff you used to get with the headquarters playset. Let me grab a bag. I'll be right back. All right. Get these in the old Ziploc bag because there's loose lollipop in there. And if you drop that lollipop, good luck finding it. That's all I gotta say. You're probably never gonna find it again. Okay, so let's bring that up. Okay. So any of you guys actually have any Kojak figures? You guys collect them or have them or any of that stuff? Wow. Just want to make sure I didn't drop anything because that was a fun little surprise. Find all that shit in there and so on. All right, let me scroll down. So kind of messages. I'll watch this later. Okay, my dad loved Kojak. Well, that's good. Hoping the bubble's going to burst so stuff is more affordable. I know. The only problem with the bubbles, if the bubble bursts, then all your shit becomes, right? Then it all goes down and all the money you paid, probably you start taking a loss. Not that I do it for the money, but it kind of sucks when you do that shit and so on, right? When you lose that stuff. So, all right, so that's kind of that. Let me just go to Facebook real quick and just see what the fuck's going on over here. See what you guys, oh my gosh. Where's everybody on here? Nope. Okay, there we go. Good. Okay, just checking what's on there because I was not monitoring Facebook. So that's what we have today. So we've got these really wicked more toys. I've got 3 of these guys, and actually, just so you guys know, there's actually 2 versions of this. You see the face? He's it's probably hard to see on camera, but he's very tan with very white, pinkish or light pinkish lips. This one he's very pale. He looks like Ghost McCoy, and he's got a much darker pink mouth. And again, I know they also put the Indian on here, and there's a separate cowboy. So these 3 figures were made. There's a cowboy, which I had owned at one point, and the Indian I owned at one point. Matter of fact, the Indian, they made 2 Indians or Native Americans, if for those of you that are worried I'm not being politically correct, and so on. But yeah, they're very, very cool, and they're one of my very cool things. So that's it for tonight. Not too long, only a half hour. We'll do more videos later. It's been quite busy around here running around, and hope you guys are doing well. And that is it. So tune in next time for more toy crap